All right, good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. First of all, let me just say thank you for taking the few minutes to watch this video as we try to give you instructions about our spring Serve-a-thon fundraiser. The purpose of this video is to be an instructional video to help you understand what we want to accomplish with our Serve-a-thon fundraiser this spring. So again, thank you for watching the video. I'll try to move along quickly through this so you know what is taking place and how you can participate in our fundraiser. If I mention a verse to you, in 1 Samuel 17, 28 through 30, David says, "What have I now done? Is there not a cause?" And kind of to give a verse as far as why are we trying to do this, and we're trying to raise funds to promote our school, to move our school along in several different areas. And I asked the same question, David, is there not a cause? And I say, yes, there is a cause for what we're trying to accomplish here at Calvary Christian Academy. There's a cause for us to promote our school, to develop our school, to get funds to be able to move our school in several different areas. And I'm going to go over those in just a minute. When you think of fundraising, sometimes you think of maybe selling candy bars, selling different items, going door to door, begging people to buy different things, and all of that can be profitable. But we're trying to find a way through this Serve-a-thon that we could kind of tap into a different venue than what we normally would. And so we want to make it as easy as possible for you as parents through this Serve-a-thon project. So I'm going to explain here the next couple minutes of how you can participate with us. There are several reasons or goals that we have for this project, and they'll be shown up on the screen here. The first goal is we are trying to raise $50,000 through this Serve-a-thon fundraiser. And I hope that we can reach that goal and maybe even far surpass that goal. And if everybody gets on board and participates with us, I know that we can accomplish that. Another thing that we want to accomplish is that our students would experience the joy in giving back to the community as we think of a serve-a-thon similar to a jog-a-thon or a golf-a-thon that you may have participated in. A serve-a-thon really is asking for donors to give money and sponsor us, but we're going to be doing service projects in the community. And so we want to give them opportunity to serve, but also a third goal is to build some positive relationships in the community. And so those are the three things that we would like to accomplish through this. Now, a few things that we would like to do with these funds, some of the projects that we are going to try to accomplish. One, we would like to get interactive whiteboards in many of the elementary classrooms. We would like to purchase some laptops, some different tablets. We would like to get classroom equipment, replace some of the equipment that we have now. Update some of the curriculum that we have, and also even these fundraisers help keep tuition costs down. And so as we go through this, I pray that you would understand what's taking place, participate with us, and so we can accomplish these goals and make these purchases in the days ahead. There will be several different service opportunities that the classes will do. Let me just give you a couple examples of some of those projects that they may be doing. There may be a couple classes that go to a nursing home to try to be a blessing to the elderly people. Could be going to an area park and picking up sticks. Maybe where they go to the police department or the fire department and take them cookies, be a blessing to them. So there's going to be a lot of different ways that our students are going to get out in the community and be able to be a blessing to these different areas, different businesses, different people and places in the Bloomington Normal area. What I'd like to do next is go ahead and go through the steps of what you need to do to participate with this Serve-a-thon fundraiser. And so step number one is we are going to be passing out to all of the students these brochures or flyers that they are going to come home. What I'd like to do here in the next minute is go through the steps of what you need to do to accomplish filling these out. So your student is going to come home with a packet of 10 of these brochures. Each one of these are going to be sent all across the country, across the world, if that be the case, and we want you to help us fill them out by getting the contacts that you may have. So if you open up one of these brochures that you should have now, and you're going to take this, so I'm going to pretend I'm sending it to my Uncle Bob. And so, dear Uncle Bob, I write his name up here. So you're going to fill out the name there. There's also going to be below that, there's a blank spot where you're going to fill in what community service the class is doing. We're going to have little label stickers, and they're going to be able to just put the sticker right there that's going to communicate what the service project is, so Uncle Bob knows what my child is doing for the community service project. If you go a little bit further down, I want to sign my name. So I put my name, Mike Sturgill, there so they know who it's from. Also, this information below there, where they would check how much they're going to give to the Serve-a-thon, that's all going to be Uncle Bob's information. But I'm going to go ahead and fill that out for Uncle Bob so he doesn't have to take the work to do that. So put his name, address, and fill that out to make it easier for the people that we're sending to. Flip it over to the other side, if you can see that. The top part here, I'm going to fill out, this is the return address for Calvary Christian Academy, but I'm going to go ahead and put my name there as if it's coming from me. So I put Mike Sturgill there. You can put your child's name there or your family name. And then I'm going to address it to my Uncle Bob here. So Bob, put the name and the address so it's already labeled, and that's what we'll send them out. If you go down to the bottom here, this is when they return this. It already has the Calvary Christian Academy address on it, but you also want to put Uncle Bob's address here so he doesn't have to fill this out. We want to make it as easy as possible for our donors to be able to send back these flyers, brochures in the mail to us. So we'll have all of that information filled out. Another way to make it easier for the donors is on this we have both the sending to the donor and then them sending it back. So we're asking that if you could put a stamp both to send it and then for returning, for Uncle Bob to be able to send it back, if you could put a stamp. So it really would cost you 2 stamps per brochure that we send out. If that becomes a difficulty and expense, just let us know and we'll help you out with that. But if you can invest in that way in the Serve-a-thon by putting 2 stamps on each one, that would be great. Also included in your email that you receive in the video, there's also a couple documents that you will have that you will notice. One is called My Donor List. This is probably what you want to use. You can fill the names out and addresses and phone numbers of the people that you're going to send the brochures to. It might be a good idea to fill this out before you send the brochures or fill out the brochures. And so if you go and send or fill out all this information, put the names, addresses on here, some ideas of who the donors could be. There's a whole bunch of ideas if you're not sure of who I could send it to. On the back of this, or the second page of the document that you'll have is in the email, are just a bunch of ideas of who you could send it to, and that might help you create a list as well. Another thing in the email is you'll see that we have fundraising directions. So all the directions that I've tried to quickly go over are included in a document as well, spelling out what the directions are as how to fill out the brochure, so hopefully that will be a help to you as well. Let me give you a couple dates that you need to be aware of. We are going to have the time where we send out the flyers between February 17th and February 27th. So again, you're going to fill out all the brochures that you can. We're asking every family to do at least 25 or 10 to 15 for each student. So if you can help us out in that way, the more you do, the more possibility that you'll have for prizes and incentives, which I'll go over in just a second. But again, back to the dates, February 17th through the 27th, if you can send out all the brochures, send them back to the school. So you will fill all of them out, put the stamps on the brochures, then you'll actually have your child return them to the school. We will give your child credit for how many we're actually sending out that they'll get credit for, and then we will send the brochures out from the school. So turn those in between February 17th and February 27th. We will send all of those brochures from the school, and then all of the donors will be asked to turn in all of their money by March 20th. Just one more step that we're going to ask that you would do and follow up with is you take your donor list that you have. You have all the names, all the addresses, and then there's a place also to put their phone numbers. And the profit margin is much greater. It says it increases from anywhere from 20% up to 60 to 70% if we have follow-up phone calls. So one thing we're asking that you be able to do is to make phone calls to follow up with the people that you send the brochures to call them and maybe have one of your children call them and just ask them if they're going to be able to participate in the Serve-a-thon fundraiser. Maybe you can tell them a little bit more about the project that your child's going to be able to do in the service project as well. So that would be a great step to also making this a successful fundraiser. All right, one last thing. In your email, you will have prizes and incentives. You can look through this. If you have questions, please let me know. But one thing I wanted to mention is the very first one at the top is once you finish watching this video, then I want you to respond to my email by just letting me know that you've watched the video. When you do that, your name will be put in a bucket for a drawing, and I will draw 2 names out of the bucket, and you will, the 2 names that I draw out of the bucket will get $50. So just kind of an incentive way just to make sure that we're all watching the video and know what's taking place for the Serve-a-thon project. As you look through here, you'll be able to notice many other different opportunities to either get a tuition month free, 2 months tuition free, cash prizes, and different ways that you can participate as ways to be an incentive for you to participate in this fundraiser. Again, we're asking that everybody participate with us in this. Our goal is to accomplish some great things for the school, and really I hope that everyone will get behind us as we try to take the money and the resources that come in and use them to further Calvary Christian Academy as we try to do what God has for us in the future. So partner with us in raising $50,000 through the Serve-a-thon fundraiser. Thank you very much.